Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. Today I am here with one of the poem from your textbook Beehive. The name of the poem is Wind. The poem Wind is written by Chinnaswamy Subramanya Bharati. Was born in Madras or Chennai as it is known today. He was distinguished writer of pre-independence India and is considered as the pioneer of the modern Tamil literary style. So let's discuss about poem Wind. Wind is related to modern poetry. This poem is written in free verse, means with unequal and unrhyming lines. There are total 23 lines, or we can call it 23 segments. Now let's read a poem. Wind comes swiftly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You're very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body, make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friend with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. The explanation of the poem Wind. It is a beautiful poem in which the poet is talking to the wind and is highlighting its destructive power. He has linked the destructive power of the wind to the adversities of life and says that weak people break down, but stronger people emerge out of adversities stronger. In the first stanza, the poet requests the wind to softly and not to break the window shutters and not to scatter the paper. She also requests the wind not to throw down books from the shelf. Then the poet complains to the wind that in spite of his request, it blew strongly and threw the books off the shelf, tore their pages and brought the rain. In the second stanza, the poet says the wind makes fun of the weaklings and crushes the crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives and crumbling hearts. Here, the word crumbling is repeated many times to emphasize a viewpoint that everything that is weak crumbles in the face of a strong wind. The powerful god of wind winnows human being. He shifts all the people, and those who are weak fall down and get crushed. Here a comparison is made between wheat and people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grain from chaff, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak. In the last stanza, the poet suggests that the wind will not obey us. The poet wants us to make friend with the wind, that is, to accept the adversities in life. He says that the problem will keep coming in. So we should be prepared to face them. We should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get in. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face the challenges in life. Once we are strong enough, we can overcome all the adversities. If we become strong, the wind will befriend us. The wind supports the strong fires but extinguishes weak fires. The friendship of wind is good, and we should praise the god of wind every day. The poem gives an important message that we should make ourselves mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardships of life. A weak person crumbles down like a weak building. We must make these destructive forces our friends with our strength and determination, and then we will be happy that we had these challenges in our life because they help us become stronger and better. After the explanation of this poem, It is necessary to know about the literary devices used by the poet in the poem. So, first we have to discuss about rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of this poem is free verse. Now, the literary device used by the poet in the poem is anaphora. Anaphora means when a word is repeated at the start of two or more consecutive lines. It is called anaphora. Poet use anaphora in lines 2, 3 and 4. In these lines, he begin these lines with don't. Anaphora is used in line number 6, 7, 8 also. In these lines, the poet begin these lines by using you. Next literary device used by the poet, that is personification. Here wind is personified by the poet. Repetition is also used by the poet in the poem, that is the crumbling word which is used by the poet again and again to show the emphasis of weak and strong people. The other literary device used by the poet is alliteration. Alliteration means repetition of consonant sound in close connection. Alliteration used by the poet in the poem, these words are wind, winnows, want, want. So here W word is used as an alliteration. One more literary device used by the poet in the poem is symbolism. Symbolism means a thing refers to some other things. I hope you all have understood this poem. So this is all about the poem Wind. I am sharing the PDF of this poem and also the textbook and LR exercise of this poem. So start writing question answers in your fair notes. If you have any query related to this, feel free to ask. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.